Circling back to our earlier story on the Abuja bomb blast situation, joining us to give us more insight is security expert from Kaduna, Muhammed Ali. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight on the News Hour.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. So a situation took place today in Abuja. What does this portend for us residents, or for rather for the residents of the FCT?
Well, war and commerce are two different means of arriving at the same aim, which is to possess what is required. The Maraba Yanyan bomb blast today, it's really shocking, and it calls for a sit-up on all our security agencies, because if we cast our minds back to 2014, this was what actually happened when hundreds of people lost their lives. A commission of inquiry was set up to investigate the causes or the forces behind the Yanyan bomb blast in 2014. Up to this time, as we speak, nobody has seen the result, nor was anybody punished. So this poses a lot of challenge, and the authorities in FCT need to sit up. This is the time to take action, not to just engage in rhetorics, because looking at the Yan Marba axis, look at the shopping complexes there, the market. The place is too congested, and for anybody who wants to actually run down the government, that is a very fertile ground for he or she to operate in order to destroy lives and also property. So there should be a very strong synergy between all the security forces operating within the Federal Capital Territory, and of course the Nasarawa state government. The services in Nasarawa state should also join hands, because the Yanyan and Maraba is just a gateway into Abuja, and of course they belong to Nasarawa state. So there should be a synergy between all these services, both in the FCT and Nasarawa state, so that we'll nip in the bud elements that are engaged in these acts of terrorism, because it is not something that should be waved by just the wave of the hand. We have to go deep down and investigate who is doing what and why, in order to really nip it in the bud. And at the same time, anybody found wanting, he or she must be punished, because punishment is supposed to serve as a deterrent for anybody intending to commit offense. But where people do things and they get away with it, certainly we're encouraging other criminals to do as they wish. So what we need actually to stop this is to ensure that whoever is found wanting, he or she is really made to face the wrath of the law. But where people are shielded from facing, allowing the long reach of the law to reach them, certainly people will continue to commit atrocities. And this is, I think, the time that we should call a spade a spade.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about what could lead to this situation about somebody bringing themselves out there to wear vests and come and bump themselves up right now in this country.
Well, there is a lot of discontent, you see, amongst the citizenry. People are, in all honesty, living from pocket to mouth. Things are very difficult to come by. So there can be so many reasons: economic, political, and social. So government needs to sit up and do something, particularly to address the social and economic issues that the citizenry is being confronted with. If that is done, certainly we'll begin to see a change in attitude and a change in the way things are being done. And thirdly, government should concentrate on governance and stop politicking, because the year 2027 is still 2 years ago. So it is too early to start talking about 2027, who becomes president, or who contests or who does not contest. Let's concentrate on governance and ensure that the right thing is done for the citizenry. This, I think, will go a long way in reducing the hardship people are being faced with. And this also is sort of portraying to us the discontent within the citizenry. So by the time, since this has started, then the earlier government do something about it, the better.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Muhammad Ali, security expert, for joining us tonight, giving us insights on the Abuja bomb explosion.
Thank you for having me.